One of the hottest shows right now is Netflix's Squid Game, which has basically taken over the lives of millions of viewers. So for all of you still sitting on this epic new binge, we're breaking down exactly how the game works, so let's get into it. You've probably seen the ads and heard the trending success of Netflix's hit series Squid Game, but what actually does it entail? Allow us to break it down. Squid Game is a 9-episode series about a world where children's games turn deadly. It's also important to note that this is the first Korean drama to hit the #1 spot on Netflix, reaching that milestone in just 4 days after its release. It's bloody and violent, but it's also addictive and bingeable. With the show's popularity rising, theories are starting to go viral on social media. I think it goes without saying that if you don't want to know any details about this show before watching it, you may find some of the contents of this story as a spoiler. So if that's you, hit pause and come back once you've binged the show. Okay, moving on. One viral TikTok has taken off thanks to a game-changing theory that suggests the color of the tile people pick with the salesman determines your role within the game. The people that take part in the Squid Game competition consist of the players dressed in green, the workers dressed in red, and the frontman dressed in black. In the series, we see how the players join the game, but it's never revealed how the red workers are recruited. People are now theorizing that the red workers are chosen in a similar way to the players, except they are the ones that choose the red tile in the salesman's game of Dakji that we see Seong Ji-yoon playing at the start of the show, similar to what was explained in the TikTok we saw earlier. My apologies in advance, guys, if I made any errors in pronunciation. In episode 1, viewers see Ji-yoon bump into the salesman on a train platform. He tempts Ji-yoon into playing a game of Dakji, giving him the chance of winning $100,000 if he manages to flip over the salesman's tile. Before he plays, the salesman makes a point of asking him which color he would like to play as. He then picks blue and manages to lose several rounds of the game while the salesman beats him with the red tile flipping his blue tile instantly. Eventually, Ji-yoon wins, the salesman hands over the money, and then he disappears, leaving Ji-yoon with a game card. Later in the first episode, the players start to question why they've all been kidnapped, before explaining that they all joined the game on their own free will by calling the number and registering their names. A red worker shows a video of the players all playing the game with the salesman. In the footage shown on screen, we see that they all choose the blue tile at the start of the game. Interesting. So we see how the players that pick the blue square are recruited, but what about those who pick the red? Another TikTok user explains the theory about the red workers. User Lucy Watt writes, he asks him to choose a color. He chooses blue and wakes up as a player, alongside images of Ji-yoon in his green sweatsuit. She then asks, what if he has chosen red, with an image of the red worker? Seems like fans of the show had quite the same reaction about the red worker theory, with some of them saying that this theory makes total sense. The theory suggests that the red workers are those who pick the red tile in the game with the salesman. Once their trust has been won and the salesman has handed over their winnings, the players then call the number and are recruited as workers instead of players. But who even are the red workers? The people in red suits are workers and not playing the game. They are called to address the players, hand out the food, act as judges and monitors in certain games, and clear up the dead bodies. The workers are perhaps even more controlled than the players, each confined to their own rooms at night and given basic meals. Depending on their ranking, they are not allowed to speak or interact with anyone without permission, and are also under 24-hour surveillance. The red staff, much like the green players, are fairly dispensable too. Several workers are shot and killed by others for breaking the rules, and it's noted at one point that no one will care if a soldier goes missing either. The theory about how the red workers get chosen has not been confirmed by the creator of the series just yet, but viewers are pretty convinced that it could be the case. Some have speculated that this also could be revealed if the show returns for a second season. For more on hit Netflix shows, you can click right over here to get a sneak peek at Bridgerton Season 2. Then be sure to let us know all of your thoughts about this theory about Squid Game down in the comments, and if this breakdown has piqued your curiosity to tune in if you haven't already. For now, I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on socials at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.